Yeah, thank you. A fantastic night, a good soccer match. I think the people that were in the stadium, the people that watched the game, they saw a very good game with two good teams. And it wasn't easy. It was tough. We knew coming into this game that Minnesota is a difficult team as a group for the individual players. They fight through the entire match. So we had to be well prepared. We have to bring the energy high, and we had to execute everything that we work with during the practice. Um, and I think it was a very complete performance. I think the guys were able to execute, especially more in the second half. The things that we worked on during the practice, the first half, it was a very good first half. Unfortunately, that first moment that we allowed them to be able to get in behind us. Some of the things that we spoke that they are dangerous in getting in behind the fullbacks, putting crosses, the movements out of the box, and that's how they found the goal. But overall, in the first half, we had a lot of the control of the match. We needed to find more spaces in between the lines, in the middle, in our build. And that's what we did in the second half that gave them a lot of problems between Seba, Jimmy, Asprilla. And at some point when they start chasing a little bit more of the game, then we found more spaces to be more dangerous. And it took a lot for us to defend. As I said, they have quality players. They're a good team. So overall, a very special night, very strong performance. And I'm extremely proud of how the guys handle everything tonight. And then defense were phenomenal. The energy, the support that we received today was an extra energy for us to push forward and get the result and take care of business. Now we enjoy this tonight, and tomorrow morning we have to start thinking about what is coming in front of us, and we know that we need to prepare very well, as it's going to be a big match against a very, very good team.
All right, just a reminder, if you do have a question, to go ahead and raise your hands. We'll go to Will Conwell to start things off. Go ahead, Will.
Sorry about that. Gio, later on in the game, things definitely got chippy. It was, rough at times. How do you think the guys managed that? Is that just something that you're always going to see in a playoff sort of situation?
No, I mean, the intensity of the playoff is very high, and definitely everybody that participates in the playoff, they understand that these matches, you have to bring a lot of energy. I think in this match, there was other things that they play a part of that made it even in a high intensity. And I think towards the last few minutes, we saw how things got a little bit more complicated and difficult and choppy, as you mentioned, because I think a little bit of that history and also because of how competitive the two teams are in wanting to win. So I think that was the reason why it escalated to a little bit of a higher level at that time.
All right, we'll go to Nick Krupke next.
Gio, pushing through 1 year ago, of course, Seba is still early days of his rehab to get back on the field. What satisfaction do you have as the leader of this team to see him, what he went through, to have a moment like this, two great moments like that in such a moment like this in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think the entire team had a very strong performance tonight, but there were those moments that we took, that Seba was able to find, to put that quality into a higher level for us to be able to get this win. And Seba even struggling parts in the game because of the foul that he got in the first half. He wasn't fully 100. He wasn't 100%, but still he managed himself very, very well to execute and be able to give us that extra part that we needed in order to make the difference. But I think everyone in the field had a very strong performance. Everyone did very, very well. And I think that's why I was so proud of the group. But Seba definitely brought that magic into the game to give us that edge that we needed.
All right, we'll go to Jeff Carlisle next.
Thank you. Hello, Gio. You alluded earlier to some of the history between the two teams. And obviously, I think it was Luis Mabiala who was extremely upset and agitated there towards the end of the game. Are you privy to what he was angry about? And was it just the challenge that preceded that, or was there something else going on?
No, I know that there were some different fouls that were building up through the match that escalated the match to a different level. And yes, the history, I think, maybe play a little part of it. I will have to, at that particular moment in what happened there with Mabiala, it wasn't clear for me from the bench to see exactly everything that happened. So we'll have to look at it tonight and understand a little bit better, talk to him, and then understand better what happened there. But it got to a point in which at that time got very chippy and difficult, some fouls that elevated the game to a different level.
All right, we'll go to Sam next.
Hey, Gio. Your team were very able to limit Reynoso's influence on the game tonight. What were some of the keys for you that you saw that really helped you clamp him down and prevent him from really impacting the game?
We know he's a very good player. I mean, he's a game changer. So we work a lot in many different things. We make sure that the guys understood the areas that he likes to rotate, the things that he likes to do, and what he's good at. And it's not easy. As I said, even if the things that he usually do is still a player that can find very good moments to hurt you. But I think what was very, very good is, the guys, whatever he appeared around, we always had someone arriving there, closing the spaces, not allowing him to be able to have too much time on the ball. And that was an important part of the game. And I think that's why we were able to manage the situation in a good way by making sure that everyone was ready in the case whatever he rotates. He's a guy that moves around a lot on the field, so everybody had to make sure that they play their part to keeping in the areas that we wanted to, and to making sure that he didn't find the spaces to be more dangerous.
All right, we'll go to Kyle next.
Gio, what was the message on the sidelines after going down 1-0 early? And at what moment did you know that your team maybe wasn't going to feel the pressure of going down 1-0 early, but fighting back and scoring the 3 goals?
No, there was no the pressure. There was only the disappointment that we allowed them in the only attack that they had at the moment. We allowed them to be able to score, which it started from our press. They found the ball through the middle with Alonso, then they combined on the right side, the Beatles in the spacing behind, and from a very good in-box position, they were able to put a cross after a very good movement from Fragapane, which was the only opportunity that they had in the first half, and the guys were a little bit disappointed. But we knew that we were going to fight through. We knew that we needed to play our match. One thing that we spoke is that we have to manage anything that the game is going to give us. And stay positive. And that's what the guys did through the entire match.
All right, we'll go to AJ next.
Hey, Gio, so you just touched on this a little bit, but between the history, what's at stake, it being the playoffs, all the added emotion, what was the message you communicated to this team both before the match and during it to make sure that they stayed focused on the match at hand and didn't let all those external factors affect their play?
Yes, I mean, it initiated first from all the work done during the 2 weeks to prepare to this match. And then, today it was important to make sure that we were very balanced emotionally, because in these type of matches, when you get into the playoff, there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of excitement, especially when you play at home, because you have the energy of your fans and the passion that they bring to you. So we had to be very, very balanced emotionally. We had to be smart in recognizes, besides the fact that we knew that we had to do, know that, things change in the game, and we have to adapt quickly. And that's, some of the things that the guys were able to do and execute very well today. And besides just keeping the entire match with high energy and very close from each other to make sure that we manage the match very well. So there's experience in our team, and in these matches, you see that experience as well from the players.
All right, we'll go to John Rojas next.
Thank you, Gio. Gracias por el tiempo. Después del gol, de recibir el gol, el equipo mantuvo la calma. Era parte del plan, ¿no? Y lo escuchamos durante la semana desde los jugadores también. Había que mantener la calma, no importaba las situaciones del juego. Pero ¿cómo se trabaja eso? Porque una cosa es decirlo y otra cosa es con la sangre caliente en el terreno de juego poderlo mantener. Y la otra es, el golpe que recibió Seba, ¿es la cadera o es una costilla?
Sí, te empiezo por la segunda pregunta, John. Fue, sí, un golpe en la costilla y quedó sin aire y en ese momento no podía respirar bien. No se recuperó al completo, al 100%, pero igual Seba tiene una mentalidad para seguir peleando y seguir adelante, que vimos lo que hizo después. Así que sí, ahora vamos a evaluar un poco y ver bien cómo está y hacer lo necesario para que llegue bien al partido del jueves. Por otro lado, claro que es complicado tratar de que un equipo mantenga la calma en un partido donde hay tanta emoción, donde hay tanta pasión, donde estás jugando dentro de tu estadio y donde hay tanto riesgo. Pero la verdad que la experiencia del grupo, lo que hemos hablado, la confianza que nos tenemos todos dentro de esta familia, de este equipo, todos sabíamos que teníamos que empujar para adelante. Y si había un problema, si sucedía algún error, si las cosas no iban en el principio como tenían que ser, seguir con nuestro plan. Y esa fue la idea y lo que los muchachos lograron hacer dentro de la cancha. Y yo creo que al final la experiencia del grupo y la mentalidad se mostró dentro de la cancha y fue muy importante.